Welcome back. And look at who's back. Mike Eppel back from the long weekend. Good morning. How are you?
How are you? Good, thank you. How's it going?
Good, good. You were just saying in commercial break, you got the lights up, the Christmas lights up.
Yeah, I had to beat the snow.
There you go. Did you have snow this morning?
Yeah, there's a light dusting.
Okay, not so
that
bad.
Came in overnight. Nothing. Oh yeah, and I raked the lawn for the umpteenth time, so that was awesome.
How many bags did you get?
Well, I think I have 10 for today. Actually, today's the last
collection
brown garbage bag pickup in Durham region, I think. So at least in our neighborhood. So yeah, gotta get it done.
There you go. Very efficient with your time, Mike.
Some of the trees still have leaves on them, for goodness sakes. It was
late. I know, but then it just blends into the snow. That's what's going to happen. It's all good. It's fine.
That'll be lovely.
All right, let's start things off. You've got a busy day ahead of you. First up, oil dropping. What is that? 2-month low.
Yeah, down to about $75.50 a barrel, well below that. What was it up to? About 87 at one point, not that long ago. Reports this morning, Melanie, that the Biden administration is going to team up with India, China, and South Korea in an announcement related to oil supply, where all of these countries, and I'm already seeing a headline that India has done so, will release oil from strategic energy reserves. They hold millions of barrels of oil in big tanks around the country in the U.S. And if they tap into that, does that bring more supply on just in time for the U.S. Thanksgiving travel runabout? Talk, of course, we've seen record prices at the pumps recently here in Canada and in the U.S. Some states have seen record prices as well. So there's been a lot of grumbling by consumers, pressure on the White House to do something about it, even as the U.S. president not that long ago was trying to jawbone the OPEC cartel into increasing production. And they said, why? Why would we? We're getting good prices for oil. That's your problem, U.S. You deal with it. So maybe that's what we're going to see today. And I saw the price of the pumps this morning down to $1.41 here in the GTA. Yeah, so it's getting a little cheaper, and we'll see if it continues to track that way through the week.
Wild that we say it's down to $1.41. Down.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, such a bargain.
Woo, let's fill her up. Let's talk about the latest development with Keystone XL Pipeline.
Yes.
And sorry, go for it.
Well, just sticking on the energy trade, the operators of Keystone XL, the developers, TC Energy, has now filed suit against the U.S. administration for $15 billion because the first order of business that Joe Biden had when he came into office was to cancel Keystone XL. And they're saying, well, you did that without further consultation. It was a project that was already underway. You've got NAFTA in the mix here, and that's what TC Energy is basing its case on. This is a trade issue because it's cross-border. That pipeline, of course, would have supplied about 900,000 barrels of oil to U.S. refineries per day, and it got scrapped, and now there's all sorts of pipes sitting around rusting away, and TC Energy says, pay up, because that was an arbitrary decision that goes back, umpteen different administrations, but canceled by the U.S. early this year.
All right, Mike, let's talk a little bit about travel. We know it's been subdued over the last couple of years, but today, this is going to be massive in the U.S.
Well over 2 million people are expected to fly someplace today in the States, which would be the highest of the pandemic easily. We already saw that actually over the course of the past weekend. Americans love to travel for their Thanksgiving to and fro, and the roads are going to be busy as well. So it's like pandemic? What pandemic? It's kind of remarkable to see what's going on in the U.S. and some indications that Canadians are more willing to fly as well now, feeling a little bit more comfortable in the skies. But at the same time, you got rising cases in certain U.S. states. So it's kind of interesting to see how things are going to go for the U.S. Thanksgiving Thursday. Stores, some will be open late. Others, Target, for example, yesterday said they're not opening for American Thanksgiving Day. They'll open on Friday. So we're going to see the crush for crowds again.
Good old Target. Okay, finally, let's get to the throne speech. Everyone's looking for what the priorities are going to be. Cost of living should be at top of mind. Will it be?
I don't know. The talk is we're going to hear basically a reiteration of the election campaign promises of the Trudeau Liberals, that much-needed election that had to, I guess, reset something. But since we had the vote, the cost of living has gone way up. and consumers are feeling it. And what do you do about it? Is it a global issue that can be affected by a single government, or is it just part of the supply chain and interest rates and on it goes, right? So, as this continues to be more of a focus for the electorate, price pressures might see a fall economic statement and more of an acknowledgement by the government that they see that consumers are feeling the pain right now. We'll see what they have to say today.
Absolutely. Okay, Mike, as always, a pleasure. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.